For the community, by the community.
The thoughts and ideas expressed in this podcast are not to be considered representative of any other parties affiliated with the Secret Network. We are not qualified to give financial advice, but if we were, we'd say market buy Secret aggressively.
Welcome back to the Secret Code podcast. It has been an event-filled year, yet we are just getting started. The momentum is slowly but surely building. 2022 is set to start off strong with some highly anticipated launches, such as Tarantino NFTs, Shade Protocol, Shinobi Protocol, and many more just in quarter one alone. But before we move on, let's mention some notable events from the past year. The year began with onboarding liquidity from ETH through our Ethereum bridge, which then pivoted into the launch of Secretswap, the first ever front-running resistant DEX by default thanks to secret contracts. What followed was more interoperability and more applications. The network now also has bridges to Binance Smart Chain and Monero, with more to come. We also saw several Dapps, such as Fardels and Alter, release their initial versions. Another awesome milestone was the implementation of the first ever private on-chain voting system built for SEFI governance. As the year came to an end, the secret NFT space picked up traction with the announcement of Tarantino NFTs, the launch of Stash, and the release of many more NFT-based projects, such as Anons and Redacted Club. Last but not least, I would like to mention the Supernova upgrade in November, which made Secret part of the IBC family. This has brought Secret that much closer to being the privacy hub of crypto. Now, many of the pieces are set for a massive year. In today's episode, we talk to our first returning guest, Oskar, who's the CEO of Alter. The platform is one of the more unique services built on Secret Network. Initially, it is a service meant to replace traditional email services with a secure solution. But the team won't just stop there. What comes after includes, but is not limited to, a calendar, chats, video calls, and a mobile version similar to what you would find with G Suite. Listen in on this episode to learn more about Alter's new token set to launch in January and their ambitious plans in general. As always, your input becomes our output.
This is the Secret Code.
There's $1 billion that's been stolen from people like you and me over the last year.
But there's got to be more to these technologies than that. We are the creators of our own data. We can be the masters of our own data.
The masters of our own data.
Welcome back to the Secret Code podcast. I'm your host, Eric Weissman, joined again today by special guest, Oskar Yepsis of Altermail. Oskar, welcome back to the show.
Hi there. I'm glad to be back, actually.
Dude, I'm glad to have you back because I've used Altermail so many times to not only explain to people how cool that is, but to explain to people really why Secret Network's important, why blockchain makes sense, what type of real world applications are going to be made possible. And it's so much easier to do when there's a real world application that's making new things possible. And we had you guys back on in episode 8 several months ago when you guys were budding entrepreneurs, getting things started, and now you're having token launches and I'm actively using your application. Like, you guys have built everything out super quickly and your roadmap's incredible. I can't wait to dive into this kind of stuff. But for a quick refresher, who are you, buddy?
My name is Oskar. I'm the CEO, co-founder, and visionary of Alter. So I started it in late 2020 regarding a secure communication application. So I wanted to actually understand why people are using centralized applications so much and why they love them is standard because that's first of all user experience. And second, they don't give shit or crap about privacy or anything else that is connected to security as well. and also the email stuff. I mean, the email has been around for 30 years or more, and nothing has changed in those 30 years. But on the other hand, the hackers have been already pivoted in so many ways that it's so easy for them to actually just download all the server data of the email information. It was done actually in 2017 in 2018. Like 60% of all email data that was hosted in Microsoft servers were leaked. So just point and facts, nothing else. And I wanted to change that. I wanted to understand like what are the capabilities of using blockchain in this world. So, and then we came down with Secret Network that their SNP20 technology is actually pretty so fucking nice that we can use it in so many ways that I'm very super stoked and happy about it, that we can use their technology in order to build such a great application.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you bring up a fascinating point. We talk a lot about how there's it's easier and more cohesive to do things from a centralized perspective. You just have to trust the core team doing it. But I think one thing that doesn't get mentioned enough when you deal with all this Web3 stuff is maybe not everybody wants fluctuations in dollar prices for every application they use. They don't want to go on Instagram and wonder if they're making or losing money by using Instagram. So that is neat. And I love that you guys are building out Alter to be user friendly for people like my mom. I'm getting my family all Alter accounts that was their Christmas present. So they're loving it. They are big on privacy and communication, and they don't know much about crypto, but they're like, hey, I don't have to worry about it. I just use it like an email and I have their contacts. So it works pretty cool. So you guys are doing a great job keeping the regular user in mind and heart.
Yeah, of course. That's our mission, actually.
Yeah. So talk us through, you teased last time you were on the show that maybe Alter Mail would be more than just mail. And now you guys you have rebranded to Alter. You have this awesome new logo we're showing here on the YouTube video a little bit. But what went through your mind on the rebrand, and what features are here and coming? You don't have to get into the roadmap yet, but just in general.
Yeah, in general, like the rebranding was needed because people were associating us with a standard email provider like Gmail or ProtonMail, but we are simply more than that. And that's why we also took the decision to just remove the mail and go with just Alter, because I think the word Alter itself gives you another perspective that you can alter your communication, you can alter your life, and you can be more secure and private by using our solution. And the branding guidelines are also being finished by end of this year. And I'm super happy that actually we came up with this new logo. It kind of represents also the core value systems, that you are in the middle of the dot, and the both sides comes to protect you from the privacy side and the security side. And then you can span off and you have the circle. The circle is your people that are around you. And that's what we represent in the logo. So deep stuff in it.
So Alter Mail, it's like a little A-frame that's protecting the user.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
the
awesome.
user is that. Yeah. And I think the biggest feature that we're going to launch will be chats and channel feature on Alter. That will enable for people to easily communicate more, and also to remove maybe some part of the Telegram chat groups and purely come into Alter. And second big thing will be the bridging with email service provider, since we need to still kind of use the old technology, but there will be a better way to get the message out to the Gmail user, for example, or if you need to send out your marketing surveys or anything else, I think we'll manage to do that as well in the future. But of course, we will give out a notification at the same time that you can always register on Alter and use it there directly with the users. So there's there's like a less extra step for the user, because it will not be so easy to send the email, the message itself to the email service provider. But yeah, I mean that is what we want to solve as soon as possible.
Yeah,
and like not getting into too much of a roadmap, we are also building the application for iOS as the first approach. So basically, there will be an Alter application in App Store, I think, hopefully by end of Q1.
I love it. Yeah, no, that's that's really cool. So what kind of purchase plans are there right now for people who want to get involved in Alter? I know this episode's airing on Sunday, so we just gave out several Alter accounts from the Secret Code Pod on Twitter. But for those people who weren't lucky enough to win this giveaway, how can they get involved and get their first account?
Basically, you can go to our website. It is altermail.live, and then you'll need to just click on sign up. After that, you'll be requested to put your password, and then a random ID will be generated upon that. And then basically you'll be able to choose one of the subscription models. Either you want to go with the standard one, which is Alter. It is $25 per year. And also Alter Pro with the larger storage is $37 per year. At the moment, we have such prices because we're covering the gas prices. Once we're going to set up everything on our side that will be running very smoothly, we'll be introducing also the freemium model, like with limited features, of course, but people need to have access as a premium. But of course, there will be limited features, and also how many messages and also how many files we'll be able to store, because we'll be adding also the file storage management, like the G drive. So that will be awesome.
Okay, so that's super cool. So one, freemium models where people can use Ultramail for free, super cool. Two, where are the files going to be stored? Are you guys using like IPFS, SIA coin, or something? Or are you guys creating your own?
At the moment, we're using actually storage, and then we'll be also checking out the Filecoin, and then definitely we want to be inside Jackal as the first best collaboration and first party to use Jackals as into a real application. And we also want to set up our own node there as part of the centralization of the storage. So yeah, I think that's something that we want to step ahead on and connect it, so people can actually use in their profile and choose like which service provider they want to trust more. Either they want to go with storage, or they want to go, for example, Akash network. I know that they have some storage feature too, or for example, Jackal. So basically, people will have the possibility to switch.
Dude, I love it. And if you guys aren't familiar with how involved in the secret network ecosystem the Alter Dapp is getting, it's truly fantastic. They're literally collaborating with everybody. They're partnering up with all these different NFT projects and doing giveaways and getting incorporated. Like right now, the Anons have a Anon only proof of Anon Telegram room, but eventually we could have proof of NFT Alter chats and whatnot, which is sick. They're working with Jackal. They're working with Secretswap and Sienna. Just absolutely everybody. It's like they're the cool kid at the high school that's reaching out and helping everybody else along the way. It's awesome. I'm really glad that you guys have gotten so invested in our ecosystem instead of just using our tech stack to build a functioning product. It's like, no, we're gonna win, and we're gonna bring everybody else with us, and that's sick.
Yeah, I mean that's the only approach for you to win. I mean, without anyone else from your side, I mean, you'll not be able to conquer the so-called Web3 wall, and that's why we want to support each single small or larger project in some way. Either way, it's like, for example, we are reaching out now to Sentinel, and we want to include, of course, VPN. When you subscribe to Alter, you have also the VPN services, similar like Protomail, I guess. So they have a similar model that you can add to your subscription model type, the VPN services as well. So that's something that we're gonna also have. And another thing is that we have some secret on our side that we're working on, and that will be super huge in regards to the whole secret network community, and also in regards of how we're going to be expanding it to other networks. So yeah, we're super happy and super excited, like what comes ahead.
Yeah. I mean, the tip of the iceberg, the information that you're allowing to be public is already huge. Anything that's big enough that's going on behind the scenes, I can't wait. Super bullish on Alter. So abstracting the crypto aspects of the DApp, how are you guys able to cover gas fees over time? And what current knowledge is needed about crypto to use Alter?
Nice, good question. Regarding the gas prices, so basically we are now bundling them up, but there will be a more better way that we are querying and requesting the smart contract actually to not work per minute. For example, at the moment it's like per minute verification done if there are some messages to verify. a more better, smarter way is that you tell that smart contract, we know like exactly what's the biggest limit. For example, 444 messages are the limit per verification. And then we just tell to the smart contract, hey, you need to fill it up and then you can verify, then you can execute. But of course, there's another way that we can do a lot more easier. And then where we get the money, of course, is from the subscriptions. And now also we are staking a lot of secret, and we have piled a lot. So, and that's also one of the ways that we gonna be in the long run, and also be flexible on the scaling side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think I mentioned this last time, but I'm a firm believer that the dApps built out on Secret Network should all be staking significant amounts of secret, because all of these applications are going to always need secret to operate, and staking is a great way to earn that secret in passive income. So you're showing that you're dedicated to this platform long term, which should also be a great investment for your company. But at the same time, not financial advice, but and at the same time, you get that passive secret that will cover operational costs perennially. So that's wonderful. So we talked about using Alter when we're abstracted from the blockchain. But now if we go back and look at the blockchain aspects, what part of what happens in the Alter app is on-chain, and then what happens off-chain?
Mm-hmm. Nice. The content itself that you are putting into the message is not on smart contract, because for the safety and for your own security and privacy reasons. And what is being stored and done on smart contract side is that the fact of the message is being kind of verified that there was this message actually from that party to that party in that time frame, and whether was there attachment or not. And that's all. That's all that we do it now. But in the future, we're going to also add a lot more things to the smart contract itself, like private key recovery. So basically, you'll be able to set up with your, for example, Kepo wallet would be the easiest way that you kind of assign your Kepo wallet to your smart contract that is generated upon your profile. And then basically you're the sole owner and also the manager of that smart contract. So basically there will just be features in your profile that you can enable the so-called recovery feature for the private key. And if people doesn't have a Kepo wallet, then they will not be first to use it. There will be a unique password, a master password that you'll be entering to access the so-called on-chain information. And then regarding the files are not being stored onto the Secret Network, but the files are being, of course, stored onto for example, Storage on their running nodes. So that's how we are actually now using everything. And the IDs, I think the IDs of the unique IDs that are being registered, I think they will be moving them into the smart contract side. So basically everything will be more likely onto the smart contract that you're the owner and manager of it. So that's pretty neat.
Awesome. And then as we get more features out over time, is it going to kind of be the same thing on chain, or are we going to add more things on chain? Like as we get like a Calendly and whatnot, are you just kind of proving access to view this kind of stuff on chain, or? Okay.
Yeah, so basically it will be proven access through the smart contract. And but for example, contact lists can be actually stored onto the smart contract and in the private metadata, and that's all. Because what you need is actually only the IDs, and then basically you confirm that you want to add this contact person into your contact list, and that's all. Yeah, but we'll try to use as much as possible the smart contract setup, because we actually know finally a lot about it and the potential, what maybe others don't know in the Secret Network. So
awesome. You guys got that inside scoop now. I love it. Well, you've gotten to our first Twitter-based community spotlight question.
Nice.
So our Twitter following is now over 1,000. Our audience is growing. We appreciate all of you guys that have been following the Secret Code podcast. And as Secret Network grows, hopefully we continue to grow and give you guys plenty of information. So we're now reaching out on Twitter to give you guys access to who's going to be on the show and let you guys ask questions. And hopefully soon enough, also you can ask them directly on live streams. So that would be pretty cool. But today's question's coming from Twitter handle @OnChainReport, and that is, how do we educate companies and governments on the security, uptime, and dependability of Alter to encourage broad usage?
Good question. I think that first of all, we need to realize the values and also realize what kind of thing we want to achieve with Alter. So with Alter, we want to achieve there's finally true privacy and by default a secured communication platform for everyone to use. In order to enable that, we just need to collaborate with much projects as we can and onboard as much people as we can. Either it will be not cost effective for us, it will be beneficial for the whole company and for the whole product to grow, because in the field of communication now it is super challenging actually to kind of beat Discord, for example, or Telegram, because simply they're good user experience. Again, like no encryption, good user experience. That's people. That's why people are using it. But actually, the Discord is not so good. Like when you get spammed a lot in the DMs, and also you get spams from all the channels. Everything is so messy. Everything is actually not so great. People are just telling, "Oh, no, nice Discord," but I don't know. It kind of sucks. And we want to create like this not so meme like or not so spam like channel wise features as well. Like that's actually the one that will be launched soon in January. And that kind of will also allow like projects, for example, like Citadel wallet support Telegram group community that I have been invited to like 12 of exactly the same groups where bots are being generated, and then they ask for so many things to access your wallet and etc.
Yep. And I know people who have fallen for those phishing scams.
Yeah, phishing scams. There's so many of them. I mean, it's just another proof point that, hey, use Alter, you will not have that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And as you guys scale your awesome product, marketing is going to get easier and easier. Right now, you can be approaching the government and they'll be like, I don't see why we need this or whatnot. But as you build out this product in more and more depth and get law firms and insurance agencies and all these big corporations that really need your product, and as they grow and people learn about it and start telling their friends, soon enough, the government agencies are going to be knocking on your door and be like, how can we integrate this? And I can't wait, because that will happen. So excellent question at OnChainReport. Thank you for that. We'll go ahead and DM you. You win 2.5 secret. And if you prove that the Secret Code podcast node is your top delegation, we'll go ahead and double it. So getting into the nitty gritty of the company and the tokens, the kind of the financial aspect of AlterMail, can you walk us through the initial funding? We saw the announcements that Alter finished its seed round to raise $1 million, and you guys are still raising money. So yay, it takes money to build all this out. So I'm really excited about that and happy to be able to contribute to it. But what funding have you done, and what are your guys' plans going forward?
Thank you. We have raised actually the seed round, and we are now also in the stage of private sales of the token itself. In the seed round, we have actually raised $1 million in USD currency, and then in the private sales, our aim is to raise up till 3 million with the public sale too, and so far it's going good. We're filling up nicely everything, but our aim is actually like not to fulfill 100%, and we don't also market anything. So basically, this whole like private sale and everything else is purely peer-to-peer referred and networked, and I love it because that's the way as it should supposed to be, and we don't need no KOLs or no one to refer us. No one to kind of tell everyone else like, hey, this is good to invest. Actually, we are super nice in a way that we can onboard strategic partners smart money, and that is beneficial for both of the sides. That they want to be long term, we want to be long term, and we want to succeed in this product. So, but yeah. Of course, you need money in order to build great products.
You guys are launching this token, and so why don't you walk me through what the purpose of Alter's token is going to do? How do you use it? What are the tokenomics behind it? Introduce us to the Alter token.
Yeah, great. Just continuing about the products also. Yeah, completely organic. It was peer-to-peer referenced within the market, and I think last week or 2 weeks before, we just announced a bit more info, like what we're doing actually. And I think that's the best way on how you can get this strategic and smart money. And plus, regarding the token side, why we actually wanted to have it, because first of all, we need a utility for the product side. First of all, to manage, govern the product itself and the development phase. And second is also to manage the partnership side, and also to determine what are the next steps, big steps that we need to do in order to achieve like the next goals. But more than that, we are actually using Alter, and we'll be using a lot for the subscriptions, for the additional features, and for the increase of storage access. So that's everything that we're gonna connect to. Similar like to Brave browser, they have the basic attention token for the marketing side. For us, it will be the access to the product, access to additional features, and access to the storage. So that's not only the governance itself. Maybe people are telling that, oh, it's not a good utility, just shitty one, an excuse. But yeah, it will be more than governance, because it will be strictly connected to the product.
Yeah.
We want to have the shared revenue model. No one has it. So basically, we'll be sharing actually our subscription revenue with all the parties that are involved with Alter token. So, and part of that will be also airdrop with Silk.
Oh my God.
Every single project can with collaboration.
You're just casually dropping so much information. I really hope the audience understands the gravity of this. One of the biggest knocks against DAOs is like, why set up a company as a DAO? Like, then people like, sure, they own the company, but they don't get the profits of it. Well, ideally, moving forward, if you set up companies that fully function and have real world products and create them as DAOs, the owners of the DAO token would get the profits. And so you're just casually announcing that. And then also airdropping it with Silk, which is going to be real money, the private stablecoin, coming out with the Shade Silk. I'm losing it. It got me excited. Part of the Shade Silk ecosystem that should also be coming out later January. I am super excited for Q1.
And another one is that we will not be increasing max circulating supply. Like, it will be always 40 million for the tokenomic side. For the staking, we will not be actually generating more tokens. That means we need to understand where we can get the Alter tokens for reward distribution. There's a smart way. So basically, our product is connected to using secret token for the message verification. So that secret token amount will be used per quarter to calculate how many Alter tokens worth of Alter tokens we actually cannot burn, but we're not burning. We're allocating to the staking pools, and that is how we're gonna recalibrate, recirculate the Alter token into the world pool of staking. I don't know how someone have done it, but yeah, this is our approach. That we want to make it super uber.
I love it, and I know we're gonna have some more tokenomic graphics and stuff coming out as the token gets prepared to launch pretty soon. And I will do our part to share all of this from our podcast page as well, because we love supporting you guys. You're a great friend of the show, and this is great. But it doesn't mean that we're friends, because I'm still going to try to stump you with the viewing key. All right, Oskar, I've seen you reaching out and doing everything you can to support all of the NFT projects, but do you know how many NFT projects there actually are right now on stash.io? Is it A, 8, B, 12, C, 15, or D, 19?
I know there's a lot of them actually. Let me count them. So there was Anons, there was Secret Dogs, Rocks, okay, Ample Agents. Then it was this AI thing, Secret Punks. Holy shit. Reductive Club as well. I'll go. What was the second option? How many?
The second option was 12.
12. Alright, I'll go with 12 because 8 is too low.
That is incorrect. It is a full 19 and counting, and we've got a couple more drops coming today. And pretty soon, I think it might actually be later today, they'll get rid of just having the whitelisted projects. So Stash has, at this time, had whitelisted projects who got to come in order. That's how we were able to secure that Secret Dogs was the first ever collection, making Sassy the first ever cat on Stash.io, which is very important to me and her. She's a very vital, she's a very angry cat, and she's really mean a lot, but she takes a lot of pride in being the first cat on Stash. So, but yeah, tons of NFTs out, tons of NFTs coming, and as we properly build out the utility on Secret NFTs, I'm really excited for what more is to come from Stash.io as well as just from Secret Network.
Hey, by the way, we want to use Stash as well for Alter, so that means that Ample Agents, for example, had access to mint with their NFT, access to Alter too, but what we have in mind is actually to prepare loot boxes. So once we have the token up, once we have the features and everything else up more by end of January, we're going to launch our loot boxes on Stash.
Man, you just want to have everybody. Leave some partnerships for everyone else, man. That's awesome. Yeah, Alter should be built in and work with everything. Every platform needs communication, as well as all the other stuff you guys are doing. All right, so transitioning back to Alter, how can you describe some of the initial reception that you've heard back from the users?
Yeah, actually, we had one of the users called Patlid. He created blog posts as well about us, and he recently shared also his review on the user experience side and what should be taken into consideration for the iOS application. So that's super cool, and shout out to him because he's the one actually holding the Ample agent of Alter. So that's really nice.
Nice.
And in regards of other users, so basically they super like the dark mode, they like the new user interface. Now it's more seamless, now it's more better to use, practical. And once we're going to have complex lists and also the chats and channels, it will be more usable. And of course, people need to start using it more. I suggest actually that I saw from Jackal, from Danny, he inserted in his Discord profile the Alter ID. That is something that I want to message everyone who is viewing this and you have access to Alter. Put it in your Discord profile so everyone can see it actually that you are possessing an Alter ID, and that always enables us to chat over Alter.
And so you don't see it right now, but we're making an overlay for this video, and it's going to include my Alter ID as well as yours. So we'll show our Twitter handles as well as our Alter IDs, because we need to start. In order to use Ultramail, you have to get somebody's Alter ID to start messaging them and share them in the contact, and we need to start making that our default way of communication so that our communication is safe and secure, as well as supporting our own native platforms. So awesome. Have you onboarded any companies yet to use it internally?
Yeah. So basically, we have onboarded actually a small accounting firm, and we have also onboarded another law firm to use it. And we are now in the research of onboarding actually first public health startup that have raised also quite of money last year. And then basically for their patients, they need to replace the emails because eventually they already got the scarcity from GDPR in Europe. So, and Alter is just the way to deal with this situation. And what we want to achieve is also to onboard a lot of gaming companies that are developing onto blockchain, because gaming needs chats with the players, and I think it just makes sense that it comes also from the blockchain side.
Yeah, 100%. Especially when we get things like play-alongs. I don't know if you followed up with Terabytes, and it won the Secret Network Award at the Terra Hackathon. And talk to Pete a little bit about on Terabytes. That would be super cool. So we've been putting it off, but I am super excited about your guys' roadmap. Why don't you walk us through some of the features that we can expect in the coming months?
Yeah, nice. Thanks. I think you'll be overwhelming by seeing the trauma, but we have already prepared a lot of work on our side during November, December to just make the development work in quarter one. So that's first of all is the chats and channels. Basically, people have the possibility to have the channel public or private, either for your internal team or for your community. And then, of course, the both ways, like chat feature. And of course, the email bridge is something that is the most focused ones on our side. And then, of course, the G-Drive feature for file storage management. And once that is done, we'll have also the auditing in February. We have signed the agreement with one of the most respectable ethical hacker groups. We'll release that name in first week of January, and also the schedule. So they'll be auditing us, the token side, and also for the smart contract side of the solution itself. So that's really nice to have it. And in regards of that, we'll be also adding the iOS application and definitely Android application too. But yeah, iOS is a bit of more pain in the ass than Android. Like Android can be listed already there like 2-3 weeks and we're done with it. But for iOS, it's much more complicated, I would say.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be worth it for adoption.
Yeah. And also we hopefully will manage to integrate the calls as well. We'll be using Jitsi as the platform, the open source code, because they're the only ones who have like the encrypted calls. And we're gonna, of course, include that into the Alter. So we're using our encryption side. Just the solution and user interface will be from their code side. So yeah.
Love it.
I mean, a lot of things, and also, of course, the governance of the token. We have actually developed specialized user interface for all of our investors, and also for the governance model that will be released next year in quarter 1 too. So we want to be transparent, we want to be professional, so you can see everything that is going on, and also to easily also participate in governance.
Oskar, you're doing a great job. I think that email bridge is going to be a huge catalyst for massive adoption. But like we said a couple months ago, I think this is going to be the app that finally realizes the Enigma and Secret Network vision of building out applications that are used by millions of users. And I'm excited to be along for the ride. You guys are doing an excellent job. How can people reach you and learn more about AlterMail and start using it?
Hit me up on Twitter, Mr. Freeman. Hit me up on Discord, Mr. Freeman as well. Contact me on Alter, first of all. Like that's the main priority. And also on Telegram, like everywhere you see me, contact me. If you need some help or you just want to try it out for free, contact us. Scott will help you to try out for free if you're still kind of questioning whether this is something that you should be in. I would say yes, since it's the early stages, and you can then see like how it developed along the way, like how it was second, third, and then you can see the progress. I think that's like super awesome that you can actually see like how the product grows. Of course, there's around, I think, 4,000 users already. Hopefully, we're gonna have the 10,000 that Thor mentioned in the recent video each single application has at least 10,000 users. I think we'll reach it by end of January. So that's our goal.
Yeah, and it's doable. Let's do it. Oskar, thank you so much for coming on the show again. Can't wait to have you on in a couple more months so we can see all the incredible progress that Alter keeps building out. You guys are doing awesome. We're glad to have you on the show, bud.
Thank you, team. Take care.
Thank you for deciphering the secret code. For the community, by the community. New episodes every Sunday. Secret Sunday.
Thanks for listening. Congrats to @OnChain Report for the Community Spotlight question. This was our first ever question curated from Twitter. Participate to have your chance at winning some free secret. The reward for this week comes out to 2.5 secret. If we are his top delegation, then it is 5 secret. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for potential guests, please mention it in the comments. See you next week.